Hi guys, my name is Kaylee Dunn and today I'm going to be explaining the research that I have found so far for my research presentation into my final presentation. Now my topic for my final presentation is that transgenders should only be allowed to compete in the sports of their sex determined at birth. That means that trans women should not be allowed to compete in women's sports and trans men should not be allowed to compete in men's sports. Now my three main topic reasons for this presentation is that first, genetically, men and women have different bodies and different body types and attributes. And number two is that allowing transgenders to compete in sports opposite of their sex determined at birth, you take away opportunity from certain people in that gender class. And my number three is that athletic trainers do not know how to give adequate care to transgender people. Now my first example, the fact that men and women have unequal body types. Fox Fallon, for example, she's a trans woman. Trans woman is a man that has transformed into a woman based upon surgeries and certain hormone injections, and she is an MMA fighter. Now, according to an article that I found, The Transgender Athletes in Queer Art of Athletic Failure, that was written in 2020 by Mia Fisher and Jennifer McLaren. In this article, yes, Fox is licensed to be an MMA fighter under the Women's League because she has undergone surgeries. But there's been some interviewees in this article, such as Ronda Rousey, and she stated that an athlete, that she has done a lot of research and she feels like if you go through puberty as a man, that's something that you can't reverse. There's no undo button. Now, going through puberty as a man, you get a lot bigger in muscle mass, height, and your testosterone levels raise. So that is something that Ronda was worried about Fox in her league. A counter argument that I found in this article was by, they gave an example of Chris Mosier, and he transitioned from a female to a male. And he believes that the ideology that women are weaker by sex is a complete myth. Now, something that I could argue this counter argument by to support my reasoning for this, I found an article published by the National Library of Medicine, and it said that women are only 52% as strong as men in both the upper and lower body, and that just men are stronger overall. Now, my second reason that backs up the fact that you can transgenders take away opportunity away from people. I found an article by the Michigan Senate bill that is targeting transgenders. An interviewee in that article says that as society, we fought for generations to ensure girls and women through the Title IX have equal opportunity to compete in athletics on a level playing field. Sadly, today, identity politics threatens that all sacrificed and gained across our country. Biological females are losing opportunities such as titles, records, scholarships, and times, and participation itself. Now, I believe that this is very true, and I obviously have to do more research on this one and give specific examples of times how some trans women could have beat out women in high school athletics and get their scholarships taken away. But that is for my second reasoning. And for my third reasoning, the fact that athletic trainers are inadequately prepared to take care of transgenders. I found an article, it's called the Providing Transgender Patient Care, Athletic Trainers' Compassion and Lack of Preparedness. In this article, it stated that only 33% of athletic trainers reported that they were properly taught and educated to take care of transgenders, and they had no training during their preclinical or clinical years. Now, this is something that we really have to take into consideration. And this article also mentioned the idea of mental health and how transgenders often struggle with mental health, and that these athletic trainers don't know how to adequately respond to their mental health issues, since that is something that they are also supposed to be taken care of on and off the field. Now, something that I found really interesting and a struggle of mine in this research was that it's really common in my research that I found a lot more articles that supported the idea of transgenders competing in sports rather than arguing against it. So I definitely have to dive deeper into my research. And right now I do have 4 articles supporting my point of view, but I do need to find 2 more that back it up. But I think that should be pretty easy to do in the next couple of weeks into my final presentation, and I'm really excited. And thank you.